Are you kidding me? The guy asked for something spooky.
Is it a gun that sucks balls?
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something?
Like dick piercings?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon.
Still sexy. How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
just kill some random dude.
His wishes.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Do you know anything about Wade Boggs? The man ate a chicken before every game. That's why they call him the Chicken Man.
On the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
I will punch you in the face if you don't get off the shed. Get off the damn shed.
My name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, if it makes you feel better, last summer I'm the one who spread the rumor that said you had a weird disease where you were always on your period. Welcome to Plotty Time. So, yeah, nothing for the correction crevice. We were perfect.
Bam.
Yeah.
As usual. And by that, I mean we looked stuff up while we were talking about it, so
We're getting better at that.
we really are. It's a good thing we're not afraid to say stuff when we're showing up in the crevice next week, but here we
Yeah.
are.
Man, it was funny because I listened to the video of us doing the original one of this game, and we didn't check anything when we were talking.
that checks out. I don't remember even when we did the first version of this game. It was a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure was.
I'll have to check it out. But in the meantime, how about we do what we always do? We talk about what we're playing, what we're watching, what we're doing, and we'll start with you, Dr. Syintist. What's going on?
Just playing some Hades, you know,
Still kicking it.
still kicking it. I got maybe 3 or 4 more trophies to grind through to get the plat.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a lot of trophies yet.
Yeah, it just ran. None of them are hard, I think, anymore. Well, there might be one that's kind of difficult, but
All right.
Are you still enjoying yourself?
it's kind of waning now because I'm just doing it to just get trophies.
Oh,
now.
you're going to burn yourself out and never want to play it again?
That's okay if I get the platinum.
There you go. That a boy.
I watched all the what ifs from the Marvel.
Well, how was that? I keep
yeah.
seeing people talk about it.
It's okay. I mean, it is what it is.
Okay.
Just what if this?
Is it like constant show, or is it just they're all different scenarios?
They're all different scenarios.
Okay, so they're like standalone tidbits
Yeah.
of just
Some of them are ridiculous.
having fun with the superhero characters, really.
Yeah,
So it's like the Thinglonger episode from Futurama.
sort of. Did you watch? I was going to say, did you watch Loki yet? But don't tell us until your time.
Okay, I didn't, but
No, I watched a couple of movies. I watched Host. I believe Poppascotch watched that one.
Is that,
the webcam horror movie?
Yeah,
I like that
They
one.
try and summon the ghost. It was all right.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was pretty good the way they made it.
Yeah, right.
I liked it.
Low budget, but still freaky.
Yeah, everybody did it at their own homes and did their own stuff.
Yeah.
But it was all right. And I watched Free Guy.
Oh, how was Free Guy?
It was entertaining
Okay.
for people who don't know. Ryan Reynolds plays like an NPC in a Grand Theft Auto type game.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
all right.
And he he works at the bank, and every day he just wakes up and does the same thing. He goes to the bank, and then like people break in like every hour to rob it. So he just gets on the ground and he's like talking to his buddy about it, and then eventually he figures out that there's other stuff in the game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty neat.
It is kind of neat.
Good time.
All right. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Good stuff.
That's all I did. What about you, Poppascotch? What'd you
Man,
play,
that's it.
watch?
You're already reached out. Oh,
Yeah, I didn't do much this week. A lot
I
of
didn't do
work.
shit this week.
boy. Light week. Okay. Well, the game will take a while, so will it? I don't know.
I did
don't
a lot of work, so I didn't get time to do anything. Really.
So I watched a classic film that I haven't watched since my youth. Pitched it to the special lady friend because we had an afternoon to kill.
Rookie of the year.
oh, that's a good guess.
No, it's Halloween themed.
Halloween.
No, Ernest Scared Stupid.
How?
Jesus Christ.
I remember enjoying it a lot as a kid.
And he still do. Okay, holds up.
There's a little bit of dated things in there which we don't
No, from Ernest Scared Stupid.
we don't appreciate his comedy anymore. Just a little bit of blackface. A little bit.
Really?
There's also one.
That part escaped your memory.
I wouldn't have remembered that.
I was like, ooh, we can't be doing that. He was doing his impersonation of a bunch of different war generals, and one of them was a Mongol.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure that was great.
I guess I should say a Mongolian, not a
Yes.
Mongol. Or were they called the Mongol? It doesn't matter.
It don't
And
matter.
yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great for that. But and then I realized that there was a whole other movie called Ernest Goes to Africa.
Oh,
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to check that one out.
I'm just assuming that to skip it is the best thing you could do.
Yeah, probably. Or watch Ernest Goes to Jail. One of the two I'm going to do. Because
Yeah.
I'm sure there are no negative stereotypes in the one where he goes to jail.
Oh, no, probably not.
I can't imagine what he could come up with.
I mean, he's not going to get canceled. He's been dead for 21 years.
I don't think people care enough to cancel Ernest.
Probably not. Like, look at this fucking Jim Varney guy. Can you believe this shit?
How'd he get away with it for so long?
I kind of want to start it now and go on Twitter.
Let's get rid of his star on the Walk of Fame.
I guarantee it's there.
I know.
I am going to check. I'll tell you that much. But I also watched a few. Well, we'll go back to another movie. I watched The Final Girls. Have you guys seen this one?
Is that the one where they go into the movie?
Yes,
Last Action Hero style?
that's correct.
All right, yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
It's on Hulu. It's from 2015. It has quite a cast,
Right?
including like Tessa Farmiga, Thomas Middleditch is in it. Is it Adam Levine or is that the singer?
I may
Adam
have seen it.
Devine. I get those two mixed up.
Yeah, I don't
because
know
their
which
names
one
are
it
similar.
is. Yeah.
I just assumed they were the same person.
The guy from Workaholics
Yeah.
that showed his donger in that Workaholics movie.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't Workaholics. Something about being in a hotel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Game over,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, the guy with his hog out. That guy.
Yeah. I know.
And then-
I know all hogs in all cinema history.
Okay. We don't need to move into that anymore. But it was entertaining. They were basically at this movie theater for this campy Jason-style horror movie, and then a fire breaks out, and they escape by going through the screen, and they end up in the world of the movie.
Yeah. I watched it, and I thought there wasn't a single laugh in it.
Well, geez, fine.
Did you? I just want to know if you laughed at all.
I mean, I don't think I laughed out loud.
Maybe a snicker.
Not like you did at the
Maybe a
Ernest
sticker.
jokes.
Yeah, those got me, buddy.
There wasn't a single
little kids.
blackface in this movie.
That's true. There wasn't. Then we'll just skip past this. So I also watched The Night House.
The Night
Which was
House.
an interesting film.
Oh, it sounds interesting.
It just came out. It's about a woman whose husband killed himself like the week before.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, it's a laugh.
Oh, no,
riot.
Laugh Riot you were watching, huh?
And then, so she starts finding out all these things about her husband, and she finds out that they have this whole other house on the other side of their lake that she had no idea he was going to or building.
Oh my God, there's a whole nother family there.
And it's spooky. There's spooky elements. And it
All right.
goes into what happened with the husband. It was not bad, but it was kind of a slow burn. It was a little silly. You could, there's better movies. You could probably skip it.
Oh, damn. All right.
What's the next Laugh Riot you watched?
Squid Game?
Oh, yeah. Did you watch it now?
Not the whole thing. I'm, I think 4 or 5 episodes in.
What are your thoughts? Do you think it's as good as everybody says it is, or is it overrated like everybody?
Everyone else says.
I first impression, and again, I didn't finish it yet, but I'm not understanding the hype.
Right?
I mean, I don't know why something like Alice in Borderland didn't hit this hard, but Squid Game did. I don't get it.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very similar.
I don't know. There's people that.
Which was better in your opinion? Since you didn't finish it, but
I didn't finish Squid Game yet, but it's tough because Alice in Borderland got fucking stupid at the end.
yeah, it did.
Oh, just wait.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, well, Squid Game could still win this. So let's see how that goes. And then I started getting into Ted Lasso, and I watched almost the whole first season of that.
I
Is that
heard
good?
things about it. Is it all right?
It's pretty good. It's very optimistic.
Ew.
I know. If you're into that, if you need something uplifting after the last 2 fucking
Fuck
years.
that.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Well, it's not for everybody,
I guess.
but it's good. I like it.
All right.
I enjoy it. And what did I play? I played a couple games of Chell to get the...
Is that NHL?
Yes, it is. Thank you
Okay.
for asking. NHL 21 still.
Hmm.
I got the trophy for beating a game, getting a shutout as a goalie.
Mm-hmm.
Only took like 5 tries, and that's with the sliders all the way down for the CPUs. So that they could barely hit the goddamn net with a shot.
Nice.
I think the game I won, I stopped 4 shots.
Impressive.
Well, you know.
With
got
all
the
that
shutout.
pressure at the 4th shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tell me.
Can you only control the goalie?
Yeah, you can make it so you just lock on the goalie the whole game.
No, but I mean, like, could you play the defenseman and just keep smashing somebody and making them lose the puck before they get there?
No, you have to play as the goalie.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to play as the goalie to get the trophy.
Okay. I didn't know if it was the whole time or if you could, like, switch around.
And then I played a couple Hut Rivals placement games. I need 2 more to get a nice little silver trophy. Got
Ooh.
destroyed 3 games in a row by random people online.
What
Pretty
a
good.
surprise.
That sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I played a lot of MLB The Show 21.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get that off my PlayStation.
Fair enough.
There's not enough room. I'm trying to, install NHL 22. I can install that right now. I get to play it on Monday or Tuesday, I think.
Sick.
I know, right, bro?
Oh, man. What'd they add to this one? Drop shots?
We had those for a while. No, they added
Quick scopes?
quick shows. Yeah, they added some kind of like superstar attribute thing that you can unlock. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I'm sure it'll be amazing.
I'm sure,
It
yeah.
won't be the same thing as NHL 21.
No.
That's for sure.
You kidding?
But yeah, that's what I did. So how about you, Sir Chump Slap?
Mm-hmm.
Playing, watching, doing. What's going on with you?
Well, I didn't play anything.
Cool.
I know.
Nice. All right, let's go on.
Don't even think I turned on my PlayStation. I probably did just to look for something to play, but didn't feel like it. So
Okay.
take that. I did watch the new thing, the 2011 thing.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Syintist talked about last week.
Oh, you're like the thing. I'm like, what thing?
The thing.
The
The prequel to
2011
the thing.
With Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Yeah. It was all right. The monsters were cool as shit. Really well
It
done.
was kind of...
I wish it was actual practical effects like the first
Yeah.
one. That would have been sick, but
It did look kind of cool when the people were changing into the thing.
yeah, it's pretty nasty.
It was very mimic 2002 vibes. If you remember that movie.
No, I don't.
Is that the one with the people that look like they're wearing like trench coats
They're bugs,
and hats
but
in the
they're
subway,
like,
and they're bugs?
Yeah, they're bugs they're kind of look like they're people in trench coats.
They're like mimicking humans,
Yeah.
maybe?
Get the fuck
It's the name
out.
of the movie. It's the name of the movie.
I don't know when it was coming out. 2002 was a guess, but
Hey, you might
I
as
think it
well
might
look
be
it
like
up.
98.
it might be.
What else was I looking up?
No, I couldn't tell you.
Our memories are pretty good. Yeah, Mimic was 1997.
Ugh.
Nice.
What?
All right, whatever.
97.
I also watched some other shit. Watched this movie called Numb.
Platinum?
Numb.
Oh,
No.
oh.
It's about this 2 couples that they find like a way to find where this criminal hid his gold in some fucking snow-covered out like forest or whatever.
NUMB.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
park and they try to go find it, and then they end up, most of them freeze to death, and I don't know. It was pretty boring.
Like being numb from being frozen.
Yeah. Because they're not dressed for it. They didn't fucking think to get ready for the whole spiel. They just started walking into the fucking ice and let greed take over. So they died.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I
Sounds
guess,
exciting. Sounds
yeah.
interesting. Sounds
Oh,
interesting.
there's a lesson in there or something. I don't know. I watched this movie called The Odds, where this woman, she's playing for $1 million, and they make her do like weird shit, and like she's just in a room with this guy, and they tell her there's other people playing, and like, you gotta cut off a part of your pinky, all right,
So is it like 11 Sins or whatever that one was called? I don't remember.
Where they got the phone calls and they do weird shit.
They kept escalating what they had to do.
Kinda, yeah. Like, I think she's like, here, put your foot in this rat box and then cut off a finger and shit.
Which would you rather do? I'm sorry, that's for the end of the show.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But no, it was dumb. Because it ends up, the last round, she's playing Russian roulette and they're like, he has like an earpiece and he's like, yep, nobody got eliminated. Keep going. It's like, no, it was pretty stupid.
How much money would it take for you to play Russian roulette?
$20.
$20.
That hard up for smokes?
I don't know. It'd have to be life changing
Would it?
for a 20 or
For my life, yeah.
20% chance of death. Or
Well, it's less than 20. It's like,
well, this gun only had
It's
5.
1 in 6.
yeah.
Unless everyone survives, then it's 2 and 6.
Well, I mean, it's just you. They pay you and you take one spin.
Just to do one spin?
Yeah.
Nah, no, I don't know if
I know my luck is not gonna.
All right, okay, going.
I don't
Do you
know.
have thoughts?
Yeah, like
Dr.
how much
Scientist?
would you do it for? $1 million? $2 million? $10 million? 50,000?
I don't know.
All right.
Wow, I'd have to go at least a couple billion, man.
Billion?
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
I'd have to. For my life?
I'd take $5 million.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm sure there's lots of people who take it. I mean, if the money was right there, it'd probably be a lot less.
Yeah, cash, no taxes.
Yeah.
Under a table.
One spin?
Yeah, this couldn't be taxed.
Let's say the real president, Donald Trump, comes up to you today and says, hey, I'll give you this money.
The real president, Donald Trump?
I don't
That
think
sounds
he'd
like
pay up.
something the real president Donald Trump would do. I'll tell you that much. That's definitely something he'd do.
Yeah, but that wasn't a good movie either. I watched this movie called The Widow. You guys see this one?
I
Have not.
I saw it on Amazon.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought about watching it. I might have started it.
It's like in St. Petersburg, and there's these rescue workers, and they're called into the woods to find like a missing 14-year-old, and while they're searching,
Oh, I did watch it and fell asleep. So I
find
don't
like
know what happens.
a naked old lady.
Yeah. There's like
Then it becomes like Blair Witch.
yeah.
Yeah. It was all right. I'd give it a look if you're interested in Blair Witch type things, but not found footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is it spooky?
It's spooky. It's pretty spooky.
Okay.
Not spooky enough.
Well,
But, I mean, what is? And I didn't watch any slappers or nothing, but I did watch a classic slapper. I might have done this one already, but
Ernest Goes Scared Straight.
don't
Ernest Goes
ruin
to
it
Camp.
for everybody. But 'tis the season, so
Oh, I thought that was the name of the movie.
no. It's called Dead Alive, aka Brain Damage.
Have I seen that?
it's a classic.
It's a classic. It's fucking like 80s. And there's like a rat monkey that bites somebody, and then it's really gory, weird. There's a scene with a lawnmower, and he just
His mom's
slaughters
just
zombies.
falling apart, literally.
I
the
may
whole
have
time.
seen it.
There's an awesome priest in it who kicks ass for the Lord.
Don't we all?
I know a lot of people really love that movie, but I like his early one, Bad Taste, better.
Oh, I never
Where-
saw that one.
Oh, dude, it's like it's similar, low budget. This is Peter Jackson, by the way.
Yeah,
His early
yes.
films. But he did one called Bad Taste, where there's these 4 guys who dress like they're robbing somewhere and just murder everyone in the place, and then later you find out that they're not the bad guys; they're killing a bunch of undercover aliens.
That
So
sounds
it's like
neat.
They Live.
Sort of, yeah. But they're like, "Why do you guys wear masks?" Oh, it's because in case we just kill a bunch of innocent people. Like there's a dark humor to it. I suggest it.
All right, I'll have to look into that. But yeah, that's your slap of the week. No pomp and circumstance, or
Hey, no even build up. That's okay. I can move on without the build up. That's fine.
I'm fine too. Just watch it. Dead Alive, aka Brain Damage.
Well, then how about with that classic slapper recommendation, let's go ahead and move on to video game news / stuff. News.
I gotta poop.
That's news to me.
So a lot of games have come out this week or will be coming out next by the time this releases. And I want to gauge your guys' interest for these. So I'm going to read them all off.
Mhm.
There's only 4. And then
Okay.
you guys tell me what you might want to play.
All right.
There's Metroid Dread,
I'd play it.
Back for Blood,
Mm.
NHL 22,
Mm.
and Far Cry 6.
Do I have to pick one?
No, you can say
You'd
none.
say pass.
Maybe the Metroid one, but I'd have to see it. Depends on what it's like.
I'd
Okay.
play Back for Blood. Because that's probably fun for a little bit at least. And I'd probably play Metroid. One-touch shell with a 10-foot hockey stick.
Not with your shell and my shell pushing.
That's strange, but all right.
What was the last one? Far Cry? Yeah. I don't know.
Far Cry 6.
I could just play Far Cry 3 again and get the same exact game.
Yeah, that kind of leads us into our news about Far Cry 6. Basically, reviews are out.
Ooh.
And essentially, everyone's like, it's good, but we've all done this in the last 3 Far Cry games.
Yeah, they're not switching it up enough.
They're not really altering the formula much.
Mm.
But just the place of where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked 5. I was fine with it, but by the time I got done with 5, I'm like, okay, this is, I'm done.
It's boring and monotonous at that point.
And then what was it? The New Dawn? Is that the name of the one that came out after 5? Like the...
Same map, different time.
Yeah, it's like a same map, and it's post-apocalyptic.
Are they doing another Blood Dragon one?
I thought I read that was going to be re-released.
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were making a new one.
Oh, that would be
Maybe?
cool. I don't know. It's not going in the crevice. We're going to find out.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought I remembered hearing it would be re-released, or maybe they're doing something in that vein. It was in the news recently, though.
Hmm.
Maybe even we talked about it. I don't know.
Who the hell does know?
Oh, wait, never mind. I found it. I'd know now. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, except the cookies, is getting remastered as part of the Far Cry 6 Season Pass.
Lame. Fucking, come on, guys.
Just give me that game. At least that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd play it. Fuck it.
But also in the news for Far Cry 6, I don't know if you guys saw this news that came out, but PETA is apparently pissed at Ubisoft because there's a cockfight minigame in Far Cry 6.
Listen, PETA, it's a fucking video game. You don't care that they kill humans, so fuck off.
You tell them.
Sorry.
Get them.
Sorry, I get a little...
PETA angry.
Yeah. Well, if they weren't fucking assholes.
Well, people are assholes too. So.
Yeah. That's why...
I am all for animal rights. That's great, but these aren't even real animals.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
What's the point?
there's so many real animals that could use your attention right now, and you're just like, this video game's mean.
Yeah. It's not like they put a fucking chicken feather in every physical release.
That would be awesome.
And this chicken feather is a chicken that died during a cockfight. We were there.
That's how we got it to look so lifelike.
Certificate of authenticity. Also, we might as well go ahead and move back into the news we have for Back for Blood that came out.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh.
That's already made the news, but not in the good way that you want.
Oh, is it crashing?
No, worse.
Blackface.
Before I even get into this, I should say that it's possible this gets fixed before the game comes out to a wider audience, because right now it's just in early release.
Was this the N-word thing again?
It's not the N-word thing again. No, basically, they made it so if you're going to play the game solo, a.k.a. not online with friends,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to lock matchmaking and player invites are disabled. Earning supply points is disabled, which means you can't get any upgrades based on your solo play.
That's cool.
Stat tracking's disabled, and earning progress towards achievements
Why the
is disabled.
fuck would they do that?
That's a great question, and people aren't thrilled about it.
No, because I hate playing with people. So
Me too.
Fuck it. Maybe I won't play it at all.
They said that they've heard the reaction, they understand, and they may fix it. They may make it so you can play the game solo and still move forward, but it's not resolved yet.
Is it to like stop cheaters or something?
I don't know, because why would you make a game that you can play solo, but you're not allowed to progress in solo. That
Yeah.
just seems very silly.
Just so you could practice for when you actually have to play with people.
They must have some kind of profit sharing for multiplayer.
What if you don't have 3 friends to fill a fucking lobby and you got to play with
Nobody
randos
has
all
more
the
than
time?
3 friends.
Yeah, that's what kind of fantasy world are you living in?
Yeah.
They're lying to you.
But yeah, so it's silly. And again, this may be fixed by the time this episode comes out. If it is,
Good.
good job for doing the bare minimum.
Yeah, right.
I hear that every day.
Also in news this week, we can't really get through today without talking about the Twitch hack, can we?
Well, if you want to talk about it.
Oh, I heard about this.
Yep, full source code for Twitch is out there, all of their development tools, and the saucy details where it shows how much the content creators get paid
Ooh.
from Twitch.
So almost next to nothing except for a couple of people.
I didn't see what those numbers were, and I still don't really buy streamers and what they're doing as real video game news.
Yeah, I don't see.
I mean, I guess it is because they have such a big audience.
Yeah,
But
I don't get it. The whole thing just.
every time I go on Kotaku and there's an article about like whatever streamers are doing, I'm like, this used to be a news site.
Yeah.
Dude, that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, before streamers.
Yeah, right. They ruin everything.
They did. Can't even play video games without somebody streaming me.
Are they streaming? Do you know what streamers are? They don't understand us.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't listen to what we say.
We're talking about you.
Yeah, he just doesn't get it, man.
Wait, what's happening?
Also in news, another announcement: GTA Trilogy Remastered has been announced.
Yeah.
Wow, so not 6 and not a remake of 5, so
So that's new.
yeah.
It's technically new, yeah. It is reportedly coming to PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series X, Xbone, Switch, and PC, and it's supposedly going to be out in 2021.
So it's got a couple of months.
They put out a teaser trailer sizzle reel thing, but they didn't show any gameplay.
Did they say how big the download would be or anything?
Nothing. That's all we got, is that it's coming out this year. And I will say, if it's all upgraded to look like GTA 5,
Might play it.
I might give it a chance. But if it's just a slightly better looking version of the original ones, no, dog.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
me, dog.
Yeah, well,
I also heard a rumor, I haven't verified this, but apparently they pulled GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas out of the stores.
Oh, see, now you have to buy the upgraded version.
That's what it's looking like.
That's so you can't compare it and realize you got ripped off.
Maybe not.
I don't think people who play GTA are smart enough to figure out they're getting ripped off.
Whoa.
Wow, shots fired.
I saw Free Guy. I know what I'm talking about.
Those last 9 people who are still playing GTA Online are going to be so mad at you right now.
They don't know how to use the internet and listen to me.
Wow. They can't get their head around podcasting. So. It's fucking idiots.
Are there podcasts in Vice City?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Just talk radio.
It's just 80s music. It's the best soundtrack. Anyway, and then we only have one little rumor going around. But it's not really a rumor because the developer who's making the game just kind of blurted it out. I'll explain more.
Okay.
So, there's this game studio called Ilphonic. They had previously created the Predator game and the Friday the 13th game that came out recently.
Okay.
So, we're not talking about AAA studio, but they're not exactly complete slouches here.
That's
But
fair.
studio co-founder Raphael Sadiq, who really, this guy should have fucking known better. He was asked a question on the Questlove Supreme podcast, and he was discussing the games they made. He said Friday the 13th. He said Predator, and we're working on Ghostbusters right now.
Female Ghostbusters?
I don't know. Ilphonic is apparently in development of a new Ghostbusters game. That's the news I was getting.
Did that new Ghostbusters movie ever come out?
I think it's soon, isn't it?
It sounds like something that would be around Halloween, so.
I'll have to check it out because I know it got pushed 4 times.
Yeah. Because of COVID and shit. But I'd watch that.
I did see a review for the new Ghostbusters movie where they were like, meh.
Yeah. Oh, well. It's not,
I'm still going to watch it.
Yeah,
but
of course.
November 19th, it's coming.
Oh, nice.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, tell me about it. A lot of shit's happening on November 19th this year.
That's when Trump takes over again.
I was just going to say that. Just going to say, is that Trump's inauguration? What kind of fucking idiot?
You should see a lot of them at my work, man. I'm telling you.
It's just because that's happened so many times in American history. They sneak in another rogue president.
But you don't understand. We're a corporation. We're not a nation now.
It's a corporate nation. Thank you. I'll see my way out.
You know, we'll just go with whoever the lizard people deem is the best.
Yeah, the way we've always done it.
Like our daddies did it. Their daddies before them. Oh, Christ. But that's all I got for video game news / stuff.
Boo-boo.
So how about we get to the game? How does that sound?
Yeah, let's go. Let's make sure scientists can't burp more.
So this is a sequel to a game that we did way back when on episode 13.
Who even remembers that long ago?
You guys remember that one, right?
It was recently released. Well, it was originally released May 5th, 2019. And it was the 5th game ever we actually gave a score to.
Wow.
And looking at these early scores, we were much more optimistic. I'll say that. Oh, boy. But yeah, the game we're doing is The Suffering, The Ties That Bind.
Nice.
AKA The Suffering 2.
Mm-hmm.
This is a game, where we have to sit back and we have to ask the question, can another horror game make me poop my pants 2 weeks in a row?
And the answer is yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It was released September 30th, 2005 for PS2, Xbox, and PC. And I'm going to start with the number one movie this time because it's very underwhelming and the number one song's a banger. Number one movie, obviously, we all know the Jodie Foster vehicle, Flight Plan.
Never heard of it.
Is that the one where a kid disappears on the plane?
Exactly. She loses her fucking kid.
Did the plane
on
take
a
off and
plane.
lands without the kid?
Yeah, she just starts freaking out. She's like, "Where's my kid?" And she's not on the plane. She can't find her.
And everyone's like, you don't have a kid.
Yeah. Everyone,
Oh, it's one of those movies.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember anything about it except it being bad.
Yeah. I don't even remember how it ends, but there you go.
We'll say she, I don't know, finds a different kid.
She takes a different kid home. Whatever.
Just like
There we
Changeling.
Exactly. Same thing. Number one song. Do you guys have a guess? Because it is a banger.
Flight Plan by Jodie
Avenged
Foster.
Sevenfold.
Gold
Country.
Digger by Kanye West featuring Jamie Foxx.
Oh, that one.
Not saying she's a gold digger.
But she's a gold digger. A gold digger.
That's it. That's exactly it. And then this day in history, September 30th, 1955, James Dean dies in a car crash in his Porsche Spyder. He was only 24 years old.
There was a conspiracy there. Someone cut his brakes.
No, he
I mean, it's only a matter of time before someone
faked
comes
his
up
death
with
and came back as Paul Walker.
He just keeps
Oh.
faking his death in car
Yeah.
crashes.
it. So Paul Walker is immortal, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, it's actually James Dean.
James Dean.
No, fair enough. Or whoever was before him back in the 20s.
Oh, yeah.
But he's been crashing horse-drawn carriages for years.
It could be Vlad the Impaler for all we know.
His horse-drawn carriage went right into a tree, man. Burst in flames.
It's like a Simpsons thing where remember when the nun gets swept up by the hurricane and then fell behind the mountain and blew up? Man, I miss the Simpsons jokes where they just blew shit up for no logical reason.
The good stuff.
Anywho, so it was developed by Surreal Software and published by Midway Games. Rest in peace, Midway Games. I'll tell you what. So I guess that means that right now this series belongs to Warner Brother Gaming?
Oh, we're going to see a movie.
No, we're not that lucky.
Space Jam, The Suffering.
I'd play it.
Basically, this is just like the last Suffering game we played. You can play the entire game in third person or first person. But either way, it's a single-player shooter survival horror game written by Richard Rouse III.
Did you play it? Poppascotch?
I honestly, going through it and watching it, I don't remember any of it, so I don't think I did.
Because nobody else that played it.
No. Definitely not.
I know for a fact I played the first one. I remember a lot about the first one, but I don't remember anything about this one. Maybe I did. Either way, I owned it. I bought it on eBay last time we did the suffering.
You own a lot of things you didn't play, so
That's true. That just because I buy it, that is not even close to a guarantee that I played it.
Nice.
just like Chump Slap and
what? Huh? Go ahead, say it.
Magic cards?
no, I was thinking of the game that he bought that he didn't unwrap yet that you beat.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. That's it.
Whatever.
I can't explain. I can't articulate to you how much you're not missing anything. Like it's such a waste of time.
Oh, I can't wait to waste my time on it. Anyway.
I'd love to hear your perspective. Now that or wait like a couple more months till the game actually works properly.
That's what I'm hoping. I mean,
Sometime in 2023.
it's got to work sometime.
Yeah, I remember when they said that the next gen upgrade is going to be available July of 2021. And they still said multiplayer's coming. They're so full of shit. It's amazing. Allegedly. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
man, it's amazing that company tanked it so hard. Anyway, let's just get to the game. How about I just start talking about the game? Because it's my game.
Yeah, go right
Oh, it's your
ahead.
game. All right, yeah, go for it.
I picked it. We start 5 years before the original game.
Mm-hmm.
Torque is in Eastern Baltimore Correctional. He's playing a game of chess with his friend Miles, and Miles just is dumping plot all over the place.
Yeah. Seriously.
Not the thing you kind of want to do in prison.
Right?
No, it's crazy. He's like, "Oh man, thanks for playing chess. Sorry about those divorce papers you got from Carmen. There's this guy in There's this guy in here called Blackmore who wants to get to us, and I think he might be the reason we got arrested. What does he look like? Who's this Blackmore guy again?"
Didn't he kill your wife or something?
Did they? I mean, I listened to us talk about it, but was Blackmore ever mentioned in the first game?
I don't think so.
They called someone. They said someone called the Colonel was after you, but they never say Blackmore.
Wow.
They never say Blackmore, but they do mention the Colonel. And then later they cover their ass way later in this game where they're like, they call him the Colonel for a reason.
Yeah, right.
All right. Just checking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I'm 95% sure you're correct. There's no Blackmore in the first game. But anyway, Blackmore just walks in. He's in prison now. He shows up with his gang, and they're like, "Hey, we don't really like it that you're not following our rules here, so we're going to beat the shit out of both of you."
Yeah, don't you know Blackmore runs this place? Now he runs
Apparently.
you.
Blackmore, voiced by Michael Clark Duncan, by the way.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in power.
Yes.
And a riot starts. Torque and Miles they get separated. Torque sees all kinds of visions of weird wild crap he's going to see on Carnate Island. And then you get a moral choice. You're going to get a lot of these moral choices in the game where you have to basically, you can kill a guard. Usually the moral choice is you kill this person or you let him live.
Yeah, similar to the first game.
Yeah.
Very, very similar, yes. And what you do affects the ending you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a weird time because you get this moral choice. You save the guard. This is like the intro to the moral choices you're going to have. And then you cut to the end of the first game. Now, all of these endings or sequences, they all start with Torque getting away from the prison.
Yes.
So we got to think that canonically the good ending from the first one is the real ending.
Well, yeah. Well, they give you 3 endings, 3 beginnings here. So
That's true. They all end the same way, too. Torque gets taken by the mercenaries saying this guy is prime or he's the prime target.
yeah.
Ooh, this is like Fear vibes.
Yeah, and these endings they're a little bit more expanded than the actual ending of the first game, I guess, to kind of bridge it so there's a sequel.
Yeah. Exactly.
And to make everything end up at the same spot, I assume.
So they're all canonical.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I could go through these if you guys really want to hear how you start this
You could
game.
just give us the
It
gist.
doesn't make sense. It's nothing to it.
On one, Torque comes in, the main character, Torque, same guy from the first one, looking pretty much exactly the same outfit. He comes in Baltimore Harbor with a guy from the Coast Guard. They encounter the mercenaries. Coast Guard hands Torque over, and he faints.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's the good choice ending. This is also, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is based on the ending you got if you played the first game as well.
Yeah, it was one of those cool games where you could load your save.
Yeah, so what's the automatic beginning then?
That's a good question. I didn't look it up. Let's say the good end.
I assume it's a good one, yeah.
Because it's the canon. The bad end, or we'll go neutral. Neutral, Torque is driving the Coast Guard's boat by himself. So there's no Coast Guard guy. He gets this vision of Carmen, his dead ex-wife. She tells him, you went through so much, all because you can't control your anger. A helicopter shows up, tries to stop the boat. He tries to outrun it, and then it gets right in front of him. He's like, all right, fuck. So he ends up, like, he knows he's not getting away, so he just pulls the boat in. Then he faints.
Mm-hmm. It faints
Because
every
we're
time.
going to get to the next section in a sec, but in the bad ending, he gets to the shore of Carnate with Killjoy. Killjoy, I assume, is not actually there. Killjoy is the doctor from the first game.
Yes.
The bad guy doctor.
Yeah, the bad guy, psycho, doctor, ghost, whatever. But he's berating him. He's telling him he thought you were cured, and if you think that you've seen the worst of it, you're mistaken. And then the mercenaries arrive, put Torque on a helicopter, and say we've secured the prime target.
Boom.
So all of these lead to the mercenaries taking Torque.
Right on. They just take you to like some fucking
Black site.
yeah.
And I know we've seen this before in games where there's like this escort sequence where they're dumping dialogue on you, but I thought this was done pretty well.
Which part? Like,
Where they're walking you through, and then the mercs are walking around, and they're talking about how they cleaned out the island, and they're supposed to bring back specimens.
oh yeah, anything that's alive.
Yeah, and then Torque gets strapped down in the warehouse, guarded, like, mercenaries everywhere, and this is when we meet our antagonist, one of them, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
She leads this organization called the Foundation. These malefactors, as she calls them, aka the demons you fight all the time, are her life's work, apparently.
It's pretty shitty life's work.
What the hell? She created demons. How's that shitty? That's awesome.
All right. We're drawing lines in the sand. So the power goes out, and Jordan runs away. Torque gets out. Soldiers say the specimens are loose. All hell is just, it's bedlam. It's crazy.
It is.
And then Torque sees a vision of his dead wife Carmen, saying he must return to their apartment. So he heads into the sewers. He sees visions of our first ghost, Copperfield.
The slave catcher.
Yeah, he was an infamous slave hunter. And then you also meet in this sewer the Creeper, who was a pimp turned serial killer.
Yeah.
Later, we do get a lot more information about these two. Like, they give you little story bits as the thing goes on.
Mhm.
I remember one guy sitting there, and it's not really the main story, but he was saying how, if a lady of the night disappears, no one gives a shit. And he's like, I was counting, there was 170 gone in 1 year.
Yeah.
That's a lot of killing.
It's like all the
Yeah.
underground people knew it was the Creeper.
Yeah. Anyway, so Torque gets to his apartment. Oh, boy. Torque gets to his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
He finds a divorce letter from Carmen.
Which
Yeah.
he knew he was getting.
Yeah, I know he knew it.
Or
5 years ago.
Is that an old divorce? paper?
Yeah, did she do this before? Like, why is there one to him at the prison and one at the apartment? Does she write like a backup copy? What is this?
Yeah, and why does it matter? Because she's dead.
She's been dead
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah, at least
He's
5
been divorced
years.
for a while.
Right?
He also finds a letter from Miles. And Miles said he learned a lot more about Blackmore and you should come meet him. And then there could be, depending on one of the endings you got, there could be another letter from Blackmore advising Torque to just forget about Carmen. You may see that, you may not. I don't think it was in the video we watched.
No,
but
it wasn't.
I think it's part of the bad ending.
All right, that's fair. Makes sense.
There's so many flashbacks and visions. I'm just going to kind of gloss over them because there's a billion of them here.
Yeah.
But he has a vision of Carmen. They mentioned This is where they actually mentioned that Blackmore goes by the moniker of the Colonel.
What a dumb nickname.
I know. Blackmore's so much more badass.
He loved chicken.
Maybe.
The Colonel.
Or
I
he's
got his
really into
number.
corn. He's a corn man. The Colonel?
Yeah, right. Maybe
Get it?
maybe he was small compared to his friends who were big pieces of popcorn, and
Maybe his dad was called the Cop.
he was very disappointing because he was fucking unpop Colonel.
This is what people come here for.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm
This
talking.
Then this is where Torque sees Killjoy on the television. Who
yeah.
lectures him and tells him what he needs to do. And he's like, hey, let's not forget that Blackmore hired these people to kill your family.
Yeah.
Which is a reference to the good ending in the original Suffering.
Yeah. I assume that might be different for different loaded games.
I think.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause-
yeah, it has to be.
Because in the big bad endings, you kill them.
Oh.
No, you're right, because if you load up your bad ending, he does say, hey, you're the one that killed your family. Like, it does change. There's a couple moments of the game that change like that. And I do have a list at the end.
Okay.
All right, fair enough.
So then Torque leaves his apartment, and he finds out that the malefactors, as they call them, are loose all over Baltimore.
Sure are.
And then, Kilroy at this point becomes, I guess, the voice in your ear. He's like steering you around.
Is it Kilroy
And,
or Killjoy?
Killjoy.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Killjoy. Sorry, I just
All right,
can't read.
phew.
That's my problem. And then you encounter Torque encounters this drug addict named Kyle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Every Kyle's a drug addict.
I know, right?
What?
There's no old age Kyles. There's no Grandpa Kyle.
Yeah.
Whoa. You just blew my mind.
The oldest
don't
Kyle
make it that
you'll
long.
ever know is 30.
Fair.
All Kyles are also sponsored by Red Bull. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. So, for some reason, Kyle's like, you're my dad. You're my father. I'm going to stick with you. So this is another moral choice thing where you can just kill Kyle or you can help him get through or whatever.
Can't you just leave him alone?
You help him get a fix is what you're trying to do.
That is exactly what you end up doing, yes.
Yeah.
But a billion flashbacks. You go past the gazebo and you see where Torque and Carmen met. You have a bunch of early dates with Carmen. And then you also have a moment where he gets initially employed by Blackmore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't weird at all.
Yeah, that was so strange. And then you make it your way into the sewer. There's another flashback. The conflict between Blackmore and Torque over his loyalties. Killjoy's experimenting on people. And then you just keep fighting through the sewer. Weird shit's happening, and you end up at a crack house, so to speak, where Kyle finds some good old-fashioned needle drugs.
Oh, thank goodness.
I like how the drug trade doesn't stop when all these things are start attacking the city, but
It's...
why can't the government be that efficient?
I was going to say, it's pretty efficient. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, didn't we just get like a thing that said all the mail's going to be late now? It's going to be slower.
Yep.
People are still slinging
Waiting
heroin.
for my ballot. And now there's...
Doesn't he find, like, his friend dead from suicide or something? And he just picks up the drugs off the floor?
One of Kyle's friends?
Yeah. The guy in
I don't
the
know.
crack
He
house.
definitely picked the drug. I might have missed that part, but he definitely picked up drugs off the floor and just shot up.
Yeah, he's like talking to the guy. He's dead without a head on the floor. And he's just, yeah, thanks. Oh, I needed this. Blah, blah, blah.
I don't think Kyle's like really here,
No.
like mentally.
Obviously.
And hey, the more people that OD on these drugs, the more he has for himself.
It's a good point.
I don't know what kind of drug makes your head explode, but
It's the
good
shit. You
shit.
guys got to try it. So then you continue on to Miles's bar, and you get another flashback that shows the incident that led to Torque's arrest.
oh yeah, okay.
Do you remember what this one is?
Is this the one where the guy just comes in, starts talking shit, calls his wife a whore,
Yep.
and then he
Very
just
same.
kills him?
He just punches him into like a bloody pulp. I don't think he has a head at the end.
No. And then Miles gets arrested, right?
Yeah, for some reason. Although he was just standing
We
there.
all know the reason.
Well, Blackmore's
Nah.
a black man too.
He doesn't get arrested.
No.
Explain that.
I will later.
Oh.
Nice. So Miles contacts Torque via the radio. He tells him that, hey, the only way out of this is the only way to get rid of all these monsters is to kill Blackmore, which I don't know where that connection came from.
Yeah. Blackmore owns these malefactors.
Yeah, it's kind of... Maybe Miles knows something we don't.
Maybe. But he keeps leading
Maybe.
you along, and he's like, we got to get to the harbor. That's where Jordan was last seen. So if we find her, she'll know where Blackmore is.
Yes.
So that becomes the plan.
Mm-hmm.
They get separated when Torque goes into more sewers, and I did hear a flashback where one of his kids says, "We all float down here."
Yeah.
Nice little reference to it. That was fun.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I know that.
It was fun because back then it was just the fucking Tim Curry miniseries and the book, obviously.
Yeah, right?
They didn't have this It Renaissance, so like a bunch fewer nerds would get that reference. Bunch fewer?
I still don't.
Yeah, you wouldn't, nerd.
So Torque returns to a warehouse. There's a brief exchange with Miles, and then you fight through it, and you find an imprisoned Consuela Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
She is the wife of Ernesto, who was a CO from Carnate Island in the first game.
She wants to go back to Carnate Island.
It's kind of weird that they have these cages here, that anybody does.
And I don't know why specifically her either. Like, why would she been imprisoned by the what are they, the Foundation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, to get to Ernesto?
Yeah, maybe get Ernesto to do something?
Maybe.
But she's like, yeah, he told me not to come, so I need you to get me to a boat so I can go there.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Because I need to know what happened to my husband.
And her children, I think she says.
Yes, she wants to search for her husband and children. I don't know why her children are there. It doesn't matter.
They were in jail.
They were also in jail. So T gets ambushed by a bunch of Foundation soldiers, and out of nowhere, this huge truck comes in, driven by Jordan, and she says, "Get in here." And this is a bingo board sequence, a nice little turret sequence.
Oh, yeah.
She explains in the car that her men betrayed her. They're all working directly for Blackmore, who's actually secretly been the backer for the Foundation for years.
Doesn't she work for the Foundation?
Yeah.
Well, now everyone's betrayed her, so she's helping you out.
Oh.
She says she'll take you to Blackmore at Eastern Correctional. So you go back to where you started, at Eastern
Oh,
Correctional.
yeah, makes sense.
And then when you get there, more flashbacks. So fucking surprise, surprise. The game is mostly Blackmore flashbacks,
Yes.
as far as the story is concerned. You do a lot of killing, but we get moved along primarily by flashbacks.
Boy, I do love killing.
I have T in my notes. Torque eventually encounters a dying member of Blackmore's gang.
I have BM in my notes for Blackmore.
Nice. He says, "The things you did in here, I mean, you sure made your mark, but why would you hire someone to..." And then the lights go out, and they turn on right away, and the dude is a puddle of dead. He's super dead.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Yeah.
All right, so then Torque gets contacted again by Miles, and he's like, "How long's it been, man? How long you been making a mockery of everything?" And then eventually you'll run into him again. But Miles is pretty pissed over the radio right now, and we don't exactly know why.
Yeah, exactly.
So Torque continues through the prison, and you encounter yet another morality character, Warden Elroy.
Nobody
course.
names their kid Elroy anymore.
Except for fucking George Jetson.
That's future.
True. All right, my bad.
Maybe it comes back. We don't know.
Yeah, it makes
It
a
obviously
been the
does.
the Elroy Renaissance.
He is the son of an infamous warden, Raymond Elroy, who took sadistic pleasure in torturing inmates with manual labor and solitary confinement. So his dad was a pretty big prick.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so this is basically giving you ammo to be like, well, he's probably a prick too. Let's kill him.
Yeah, right.
If you do not kill him, then Elroy actually helps you out quite a bit going through the prison.
Yeah.
He says that the prison it's chaos. We need to restore some order. You look capable. You're now on our side. It's no longer guards versus inmates. It's humans versus monsters.
Exactly.
And I really like that sequence where he's yelling at the other guards. They're like, "Fuck these inmates." He's like, "No.
Yeah, we need all the help we
This
can
is-
get, man.
Yeah, we are undergunned. We need every human being that can hold a gun
I know this
on
was
our
a
side right now."
problem I had in the first game where like people were just against each other and the demons.
Yeah.
But at least they're together on this one. Like, hey, let's all survive these demons and get out of here.
Well, they wouldn't be if it wasn't for Elroy.
Yeah.
It's true. Because all the other guys are giving him shit. Like, what is this guy doing with a gun? It's like, hey, he just saved my fucking life. So
Yeah.
he's on our side for now. Maybe afterwards we can fucking do something else. But right now, man up. We're working together. And then as you continue on, you can eventually save him, and they all escape while Torque stays behind.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could just kill all these guys. Like, there was also that option as well.
Which is the bad option, by the way.
I assume.
Yes, you should not be doing that. Yes. Well, unless you want the bad ending, then go nuts. So T meets up again with Miles, who's extremely angry right now. He does this whole diatribe. I'm not going to go through it, but it's basically a very strongly worded "say it ain't so, Torque." Say it ain't so. So Torque blacks out, he awakens, and Miles is dead.
What?
Oh, man. Must have been a suicide.
Probably. It was probably a demon that left him just completely fine, but killed his friend Miles brutally.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Probably what happened, right?
Something's starting to get weird here.
I don't know.
I don't know. Now it seems all above board with all these demons with knife arms. So then, as you keep going, you get through the prison and you find another Foundation soldier. It's another morality person. He's like, "Hey, you killed all my friends back there, but I kind of get it. We were being dicks, and we had orders to kill you. So no hard feelings, I guess."
Yeah, he's very forgiving.
He's very forgiving. And he's like, I will tell you wherever Blackmore is if you get me the fuck out of here.
Sounds like a deal.
I don't think he knows.
I know, right? He might not. No, he doesn't, because at the end, he's like, you go up that elevator to find him. He's like, aren't you coming? No, fuck that. I'm staying right here. It's safer here.
That's right.
And then Blackmore contacts Torque. He tells him to come to the drowning pool, which is beneath the prison's factory.
Yeah, where he used to hang out all the time.
It gave me a lot of Tango and Cash vibes when they're in that prison and they torture people.
Isn't Drowning Pool the band that did the "Let the Bodies Hit the Floor"?
That could be their name, yeah.
I think so.
Oh man,
I'm not looking it up.
band.
You were in a band that did a cover of it. Let me know.
I will. I wish we were that cool at the time to do Drowning Pool. Anyway, so on your way, Torque gets attacked by a bunch of Foundation soldiers, and then he gets backed up by a helicopter piloted by Jordan.
Oh, yeah. She's always helping him, you know.
She's like, by the way, I was lying about my men betraying you.
Which it doesn't make any sense.
I was completely confused.
She's like, you thought my men would be you idiot.
Yeah. Can't believe you fell for that.
She drove the truck that you rode the turret to murder how many Foundation soldiers? And she's like, I fooled you by killing all my guys.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You never saw that coming, did you, Torque?
I think she's the crazy one.
So then Torque defeats the soldiers, and he ends up, this is the boss fight for killing Jordan, which happens because we're following the good ending. This could be different as well later on, and I'll get to that.
Oh, yeah.
But basically what we're going to do is go through the good ending from here on out.
Okay.
All right.
This is kind of where it breaks up around here. So Torque gets to the drowning pool. I keep having T and saying T in my notes. Torque gets to the drowning pool, and there's this kind of what I thought was a very interesting judgment scenario.
Oh, yeah, where Killjoy's talking to you.
Killjoy, Copperfield, and the Creeper all are basically assessing all the moral actions you took in the game.
Yeah, this part was kind of cool.
I thought it was neat because they're like, how about that soldier? And then they'll show the flashback, and he's like, oh, thanks for helping me. They're like, okay, you did the right thing there. And they just go through each moral choice. But what I did think was really interesting, too, is that based on which moral choices you picked versus, the good, bad, or neutral ending, it's a different boss fight.
Oh, really? Okay.
You either fight Creeper, Copperfield, or I guess Killjoy. Because in the good ending, you fight Copperfield.
Yeah.
And then Blackmore leaves, and he compels Torque to follow him. So this is where things get really muddy, and the video we watched was not super clear on how these endings worked. So I'm going to try to make sense of these three. There's a good ending, there's a bad ending, and the neutral ending.
Right on.
And in the good ending, and I think in most of the endings, you go back in a flashback to where Torque grew up in what was called Garvey's Children's Home. So it was an orphanage, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Torque remembers meeting Blackmore for the first time, but in his memory, Blackmore's an adult, Torque's a child, and no one of the staff can hear or see Blackmore at all.
No.
Yeah,
My
because
God.
Blackmore confronts Torque, and he tells him the ties that bind them. That's just the name of the game.
Oh, he said the name of the game.
It's the name of the game. That should be a bingo board saying the name of the game.
Yeah.
The ties that bind them can never be cut. And then we get into a bunch of flashbacks and half-truths that make up whatever moral choices you made. Essentially, we got Fight Clubbed.
Yeah.
Blackmore's not real. Blackmore is Torque. It's an alter ego.
Oh, why couldn't he just be a fucking imaginary friend or something? Do something different for once.
Wasn't he else? Isn't he? He's made up. He's not real.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah, but he
part of
is
your
real.
personality. He's
Just like Tyler
real.
Durden's Riedel.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, yeah, because he's real to others,
Yeah, but no one's ever seen him.
which is strange. Anyway, they all said in the prison, too, like, he looks kind of like you, but no one's
Yeah.
got eyes on him.
I don't understand how the first scene where they're playing chess works. Then.
Yeah, I don't either.
Because was he kicking his
like,
own ass?
Where his thugs came, they weren't like, "Oh shit, boss! Should we just yell at this guy?"
Or did he like send messages out to his underlings like, "Hey, beat up
I don't
this
know.
guy, Torque"?
Maybe. Oh, it's weird.
Possibly. I mean, it gets very confusing. I'm sure it's much more clear if you play through the game and you get the ending.
Yeah.
But this is watching it like we did is confusing. So there's a sequence where they have the newspaper clippings where Torque puts it all together, and that's kind of where the endings
Yeah.
switch. So for the good ending that follows the canon good ending from the first game, you see a flashback where Blackmore's talking to some guy in prison. The guy's like, "Yeah, we took care of it. Just like you said, we went and killed his whole family." And then Blackmore's very mad about this.
Mm-hmm.
That he's like, "You weren't supposed to do that." He's like, "You said take care of it." It's like, "I didn't mean kill them all."
You mean take care?
Yeah, so Blackmore did order Torque's family to die,
Yeah, which
Yeah.
but I guess he wasn't like super serial about it.
which
Like, what-
is kind of dumb because if you're a crime boss and you say, "Hey," you jokingly say, "Hey, go kill this guy's family."
Why don't you kill that guy's family? And what?
I didn't mean for you to do it.
It turns out he was too close. That's how he got caught. Like he was there while it was happening.
I don't.
Yeah.
No, it's-
I don't know.
You get more flashbacks, and then they hammer home the point that we've been Fight Clubbed.
Mm-hmm.
Torque realizes it's its alter ego, it's his imaginary friend when he was a child, and then Torque blacks out again, and Blackmore's personality takes over. But the thing here is, Blackmore's kind of tired of taking a back seat. He wants to be in control all the time.
Oh.
Then in this version, Torque transforms into a big monster, like you do when your power-up's going. You beat him, Blackmore disappears. Torque is approached by the ghost of Carmen, and she tells him, "I never want us to be apart again." That's it. That's the good ending.
So I assume. Does that mean he killed himself?
No, I assume it's just like a fight in his brain.
Yeah, I kind of interpret it as like he killed the bad alter ego.
Yeah, but then the ghost is there. It's like, oh, we'll be together forever because you're both dead.
Or that. It's
All right. Yeah, I don't
very
know.
confusing. It's the best ending we're going to get.
True.
And then the neutral ending. Now there's those different choices you can make to get the neutral ending. But so like basically the neutral is you do bad for some of the choices, you do good for others. Neutral, you get it. But the difference in the ending and the sections in the game is when the helicopter attack happens, it is piloted by Jordan, and in the drowning pool you don't fight. You actually, yes, you do fight Copperfield again. Later, Blackmore reveals that he gave Corey, Torque's child, spiked drugs.
I love that part where he's like, I'm surprised he didn't kill the whole goddamn town.
Didn't the kid realize he was buying drugs from his dad?
Yeah.
That's another great question.
That's what confused me the most.
Because in the neutral ending, you find out that when you blacked out, you didn't kill your family. I think maybe you kill Carmen, but the kid kills Carmen and his brother and then jumps out a window.
Yeah.
Which is similar to the neutral ending of the first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the neutral ending of the first game. This is the prequel to that where he's giving him the drugs because then they're explaining it by, the kid snapped because he was on all kinds of wild drugs.
What you think they'd find in the autopsy?
Well, no, Torque did it. You don't have to do one.
True.
So then in the final battle now with Blackmore, Torque is not able to win. So when they approach one another, they're repelled from touching. Blackmore says, look, looks like we're going to play this game a while longer. I couldn't change you. You couldn't get rid of me. The ties that bind, bro.
He said that name again in a different ending.
And basically this ends with you and Blackmore cohabitating in your brain like
you were the last 30, 50, 40 years.
Exactly. And then there's the bad ending.
It can get worse?
Evil.
Oh, yeah. So the letter that you read in the apartment, it's not from the divorce from Carmen to Torque. It is actually a letter from Blackmore to Carmen saying you can't trust Torque with the safety of their children. Because in the bad ending, you killed your own children and your family in the original game.
Yeah.
So when you see, this is the moment I was talking about, when during the game, when you see Killjoy on TV, he reminds you that even though you killed your whole family, Blackmore convinced him that Carmen was planning on taking the children away.
Okay.
So later in the game, when Jordan meets Torque prior to getting into the drowning pool, she joins him on the way. So if you're super evil, Jordan's like, I'm in.
Oh, yeah. Don't you, make out with her at the end?
You do, and this part doesn't make sense because the helicopter still shows up and attacks, but it's piloted by Blackmore. and I don't understand that, and Jordan helps Torque fight the soldiers.
Yeah, how does that work?
I don't understand.
It's genius.
And then this is also the ending where you do not fight Copperfield. You actually fight the Creeper. And then in the final battle with Blackmore, he defeats Torque, absorbs Torque into them.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you kept Jordan alive the entire time, instead of just murdering her when you get a chance, she approaches Blackmore asking if Torque is gone. Blackmore's like, he's gone for good, and they make out.
Yeah.
So she's just evil the whole time.
Yeah, she's evil.
Well, I guess you're paying her.
That's the thing I don't understand. This is the only ending that makes sense with Jordan. Her being like, yeah, whatever you say, boss.
Yeah.
She doesn't see you later. I guess she does know the whole story, that it's Torque or Blackmore.
Yeah, maybe she's just waiting and trying to...
She's trying to bring Blackmore out.
Yeah, trying to get Blackmore to come out of you.
Well, how do these meetings work? Where they're figuring out this whole scenario?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Blackmore, what's going on? Excuse me, my name's Torque. Oh, Jesus, sorry.
Wait,
sorry,
I didn't say Blackmore, did I? I meant Torque,
I meant Torque. That's it.
There it is.
That's the game. We did it. We got through it.
So the Hellquake really happened and these things are still attacking, right?
That I assume, yeah.
We've never actually figured out why that happened.
We don't know why there's all these evil demons or nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing's fixed there.
Because it can't all be in Torque's head because other people are getting killed by these things left and right.
No, I mean, I assume it's really happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
I'm just saying we don't know why or how the world's just being attacked by these
we
things.
do not. We do not. We never know. We just, in the first game, the fucking island opened up and terrifying things came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just making sure.
No, you're correct. There's no real explanation.
Yeah, they should try to explain it in the third one.
I guess then in this
there a third
game,
No.
no, there's not, because Midway.
Oh yes, we talked
folded.
about that.
But I think it's all real. I think that the Foundation was taking all the specimens back, and the specimens on the mainland are what got out and caused all this shit.
That's what those cages were for.
Yeah, but I don't understand how they multiply or how they get more. Or
Yeah, I don't
did
know.
a billion of them come out of the ground? You kill so many things.
Well, don't they just pop up out of portals in the ground when you're fighting?
Sometimes, yeah. There's an underground enemy too that throws those chains at you.
Yeah.
Pretty wild shit.
Yep.
But let's move on to our final thoughts.
Oh, let's.
And we'll start with the person who I'm sure loved this game the most, Dr. Syintist.
Yeah, he was.
I couldn't shut up about it.
So I guess I'll ask you, do you want to play this game right here? Did the story fill you with good or bad fear? What score you'd buy a beer for?
Out of 27.
I got work to do. Oh,
My
I got work to
brain
do.
hurts.
But whatever, the thing that hurts the most is the things I prepared early this year you said were the worst ones you've ever played.
And you keep
So I
making them worse. It's amazing.
I like the winging it thing.
Anyway,
I'll try. I'll try better.
would I play it? I'm pretty sure we all know it's not my thing.
No.
Did the story work for me? I think I liked the first Suffering story.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Okay.
this kind of ruins it a little.
Sure does.
Because no matter what, you killed your kids and your wife in any scenario.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because either it's Blackmore ordered it, who's you.
Yeah, or you actually just did it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which kind of ruins the whole point of the first game.
So is the best ending your drugged up child killed your family?
That you got drugged up to
Well,
kill your family?
it's either your drugged up kid that you gave the drugs to, you yourself, or you ordering it. So, I mean...
I think the ordering it, because maybe you didn't mean it.
I mean, if you want to look at it that way as a joke, like, haha.
Yeah.
Haha, no, I seriously didn't want to, but...
Either way, I'd be very surprised if Torque showed up in Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's coming.
Yeah, so, like... No matter what, you killed your people, or family in the first game, which just ruins the entire first game.
Well, I mean, Kratos showed up and he killed his family. So I'm just saying.
I mean, his kid's still alive.
Well,
Yeah, but he was duped.
so was he
Wasn't
by
he?
Blackmore?
But he is Blackmore.
But you're not getting it.
Obviously, I'm not.
I'm not either. This is, yeah.
And I think, this is just me guessing, that this was an entirely different game, and they just decided to throw the Suffering in afterwards to make it.
You think?
Because it just, I don't like the whole Fight Club thing, the way it turned out, and I still don't understand why all these things are going around. In the first one, you kind of could guess, like, oh, maybe it was just Torxie and stuff or whatever, but now it's kind of like all around, and everybody's there, and you're kind of going through a whole cities of Baltimore's destroyed, even more than it normally is.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, you're not being unreasonable.
But I mean, overall, it was okay. I mean, it's going to lose some points because I think it ruined the first game. So I'll give it slightly below average 6 stars.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
More than I thought you would give it.
Well, I mean, compared to the other junk you've been picking for the last 3 months, both of you.
We'll see.
It's easy to blame others.
Well, it is when they're the ones that picking the game.
You ain't seen shit yet.
I know I haven't. But yeah,
I told you, I have that one game in my back pocket that might end this podcast.
it's got to beat The Quiet Man and Jet Li and Scarface. I mean, they're all terrible.
Dude,
Just wait.
I can't wait. I can't wait to do that game.
Anyway, what about you, Chump Slap?
What about me? What about me?
Yeah.
I wish I
What's the
could
deal?
remember. I already blacked out the words that he was trying to rhyme earlier.
So say something else that makes the same statement.
Would you play this cow?
Yep.
Did the story work for you now?
Mm-hmm.
And what score did thou gow?
What a gal. All right, I like this.
I'm just making up words.
Would I play it? No, man, nah.
Nah, dog, nah.
I mean, it's kind of my jam, but I don't like.
It feels a bit slappy.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's gory and weird. I like the crazy ghost enemies and shit, but this Blackmore guy, come on.
Fair.
Did the story work for me? Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna say no because of the whole twist at the end. Just fucking pissed me off.
Yeah, it definitely made it lose points.
I was like, no, come on, man. How does that even make sense? And you said he was flying a helicopter that's shooting at the. Come the fuck on.
That's a great question, yeah.
I think maybe they had the whole game. They just didn't have an ending for it. So
Maybe at one point they were gonna make it like a demon inhabiting in his body or something.
yeah, maybe.
I
Yeah,
think that would at least I would have bought a demon. Like,
yeah.
we already have these these ghost creatures that look like the previous, people in the prison. Why wouldn't it be a demon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he is seeing Killjoy on televisions. Is that real? You think? Is Killjoy the demon?
I think Killjoy's real. He was definitely in the first game.
Yeah, but why is he seeing him now?
Well,
And is that real?
he was kind of like your psychiatrist trying to help you through the first game, making you deal with your
Yeah.
traumas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
which sort of makes sense. And you didn't kill him, actually. But
Okay. What's with all the phone calls? That was in the first one, too, wasn't
yeah.
it? Yeah.
It's
Just
like-
get random
yeah.
ass phone
Carmen
calls.
calls you and talks. But Blackmore calls you sometimes, doesn't he?
Well, it doesn't matter because you're just hearing the phone call.
Yeah.
It's not real.
It's very much like the first game where Carmen was the voice of, hey, don't do this, be a good person, and Blackmore was the voice, these people deserve to die.
Well, maybe Blackmore was the voice in the first one. We just didn't know it was.
Yeah, that could be it.
It was, I just remember it being like an imposing voice. I don't
Yeah.
remember if it was specifically
It
Blackmore.
wasn't Michael Clark Duncan.
No, but
No.
not everybody is.
Yeah. That would have gave it
You are?
away.
If you are.
But, yeah, I don't know. Story didn't work. I wouldn't play it. I mean, I still did like the slappiness of it and gore, all of that, yada, yada. The whole Jordan thing. Why was she even in the game? They just needed somebody else, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't understand either. They wanted a bad guy leading this corporation that wasn't Blackmore?
Yeah, because that one made sense, so they just put another person in there.
That you're paying?
It sounds like they had the whole story. They made the ending like, shit, we got to throw somebody else in there that's doing this. We need somebody. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't make sense like it is, but it's really not going to make sense if he's also Jordan.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Maybe he is in the third one. But
And which mercenary? If it was just him instead of Jordan, just Blackmore leading the forces, then the mercenary's like, okay, the boss is just shooting at us again,
Yeah.
yeah,
trying to murder all of us. I guess we just wait a little bit and he'll stop this.
More like Tyler Durden driving down the road, taking his seatbelt off.
yeah. Maybe that's why he did it. Maybe that's why the one guy's like, I'll show you where he is. Sucker.
Maybe.
What's the one thing you want to do before you die?
Find Blackmore.
Perfect.
But let's get to the score out of 27. I gave it a fat old 5.
Fat old 5. What? I gave you more than you?
Yeah, that's why I was like, whoa.
Wow.
I don't know. I think the whole Fight Club thing really fucking just rubbed me the wrong
it
way.
definitely made it lose points for me too. But
Yeah.
anyway, Poppascotch, this is your drivel.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. I
Let's
don't
shoot it
remember
over
what
to PS.
I don't even remember what it's supposed to PS. Just ask the questions. What do you got?
Would you slap in this disc? Did you like the story with the twist?
Ooh.
Okay.
What kind of score are you giving this piss?
That might have been the best one yet.
Thank you.
Would I slap in this disc? I'm gonna say yes. I would play it because I think if you played through this game, that would be the funnest part of experiencing this game.
Yeah, you're probably right with like the jump scares and shit.
Yeah, and the crazy thing. I mean, like we've played and we've talked about like the fear games, and I think supernatural action games are fun because shit can literally pop out of nowhere, and then like shit just flies across the room, and you're like, "What was that?" You know, it's fun.
Fair.
So I think playing it, but this isn't about playing it. Would I play it just based on the story? It's fucking hard, especially now that I know it. Like it's real hard to be like,
Yeah, right. In
like,
hindsight,
let's live
no.
through this. But I mean, I agree. I don't like the Fight Club ending that it was actually you the entire time, and not just because this would have came out in 05, which means they were probably working on it on 04 or 03 probably,
Yeah.
and Fight Club was very much in the cultural conscious by then.
Yes.
Like this wouldn't have been like, oh shit, they have the same ending as us. Their movie just came out.
Not
Plus,
to
I
mention,
think-
that was a book before that.
I think we did
Yeah.
other games that came out before this with the same ending.
Yeah, it reminds me of one, but I can't think of what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna say it's completely lazy. I think I understand how you're trying to make a twist here, but it cheapens the whole first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Like the whole first game was this great, message to the evils of the past, and this one's like, here's the same shit, but now there's a twist.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. You can't repent for any of it because you did it all.
Yeah, like in every possible scenario, there's no good ending to this. There's a canonical good ending, but it's not good. like you said.
Well, yeah, the future should be better because Blackmore's not around anymore. But
Yeah, but so there are some things I did like about the story. I liked the fact that there were all these moral choices that would affect the ending or partial of the ending or sections of the game. And I like the idea of these three horrible piece of shit murderers getting to decide the moral judgment on you.
yeah,
I thought that was interesting and fun. There's some good bones in here, but yeah, the Fight Club ending is really hard to stomach because that's canonical in every version of this game.
Yeah.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. Blackmore was you, and either, like you said, you ordered your family dead, but like kind of didn't mean it, or you did it, or you gave your child drugs and then the kid did it.
yeah.
There's no good section. So, what was the second question you asked? Did the story? Did I like the twist? No, I did that. So, all right, score. Fine, score. I was very, very much thrilled with the Suffering World,
Mhm.
but the story really it fell apart, and the ending was a bummer. So I'm still gonna go higher than both of you guys. I'm gonna give it a 10, just because
Ooh.
there's some good stuff in here, and I like how spooky the game is, and how there's these voices in your head constantly telling you what to do.
21.
That's fair. What did we give it the first?
We gave the first one a 33.
Seems about right.
What I score it there?
In the first one, you gave it I gotta scroll way up here.
Oh.
You gave the first one a 10.
Yeah, this was half as good. Yeah, I'm right. Okay.
And then I gave the first one a 14, and Dr. Scientist, you gave the first one a 9.
So we all agree this one's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because it could have been really good. I thought there's some good stuff here.
Yeah, I was looking forward to watching this one.
But, they just farted out the sequel, and here we are.
All right. There it is.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say, or just fart sounds?
I'd like to figure out why there was a hellquake, but I guess I'll never know.
Yeah, I know, right? What? Tell me more about this part of the world, you know? Why aren't you trying to stop the fucking demons from coming in? You already figured out the whole thing in the first one.
And why they imply that in order for the specimens, the malefactors, to attack Baltimore, they had to bring them in, but then they just appear out of the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
This is strange, but all right, let's just move past it and get into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Scientist Classic Wrestling Finisher Lockalike.
1, 2,
Ding, 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 ding,
he
ding.
kicks out.
Look at him! Every week we ask Dr. Scientist for a 100% guaranteed amazing wrestling finisher, and he has never let us down because he's completely incapable of doing that.
I won't
This
let
week-
myself.
Dr. Scientist, what do you got?
Well, we got another wrestling move that with a spooky type name.
Nice.
Ooh.
The finisher of King Corbin and named The End of Days.
Ooh.
Okay, is this? I assume it's inspired by the Arnold Schwarzenegger film.
Of course.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
It's known as a modified lifting reverse STO.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna bring it up.
For the layman.
It's kind of hard to explain, and I couldn't find a good description, but the best I could find is like he throws the opponent against the rope. The opponent is running at him, basically, and he kind of arm on his neck as like facing each other, side to side, facing each other, arm on his neck.
Okay.
And he kind of lifts the guy up, and he like swing the guy's feet like swing back, and then he kind of throws him back and face busts him on the
He throws him back.
yeah.
Oh, because they're facing.
Yeah, well, they kind of like
opposite.
swing back and then fly forward, and he smacks their face off the ground.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that is kind of hard to explain.
But we have a
If
compilation.
you know what an
of it.
STO is, you'll know it, but it kind of. But
Stepped over
I
toe
will-
hold. No.
that's STF.
Yeah, right. Damn it.
But watch the compilation. It's kind of cool looking. It's a face buster STO type move.
I mean, these people are selling it. I gotta tell you what,
Yeah, you kind of have to swing yourself into it, but
it looks painful.
Is that the one where he kicks out your feet?
no, it's sort of like a rock bottom but reversed.
Yeah. Okay.
So head over to our YouTube, like and subscribe there. Really helps us out, and you can watch the link to the compilation.
For sure.
That is a whopping 4 minutes long of just this move over and over again.
You'll love it.
It's one of the best things
God damn
YouTube
it.
did.
This compilation has 23,000 goddamn views. You kidding me?
Send some our way.
Whatever, man. I just won't know what's good, I guess. All right. Well, there it is. End of days. Let's go ahead and move into our other favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. Would you rather?
Whoa,
Huh?
whoa, what?
What?
Yeah.
Every week we ask Chump Slap a 100% guaranteed amazing would you rather question because none of them have ever been bad or weak.
Nope.
And he has to pick his answer and explain himself. And this week, going with our spooky October theme, which I forgot to mention at the beginning of this episode, we got a spooky would you rather.
Nice. It's about spiders.
Maybe. So here it is for you. Sir Chump Slap.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather trees scream occasionally for no reason, or spiders are big enough and smart enough to open doors?
Sweet Christ.
How big does a spider have to be to open a door? Well, that doesn't matter. The answer's too big.
Yeah. Like dog size.
Yeah, you gotta think house cat at least,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, they got really long legs though. No, I don't need no fucking spider. Imagine you taking a shit and the spider door just opens. You're like, what the fuck? Oh my god!
But they couldn't just get into your house if you left the doors locked. Not like they can now along like pipes and stuff. And
What if they get in when they're tiny and then they grow that big? They hide in your attic. or
Ooh,
something.
that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one.
I'll tell you straight up.
You gotta think like they'd adapt to outside, right? Like, how often do you have a goddamn groundhog in your house? Never.
That's
roughly
true.
well, speak for yourself.
You see dead
Yeah,
huge spiders on the road and shit.
Oh yeah,
That would be pretty neat.
they probably wouldn't fuck up your car that much.
They can move really fast though.
Yeah, which means they could open car doors too.
Which means
What was the other
more-
choice?
no more barn parties. That's for damn
Trees
sure.
occasionally scream.
Dude, you couldn't go camping at all.
Like blood curdling screams. Like
Oh, yeah.
Wilhelm screams.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're loud.
Yeah, fuck. At first, I didn't think I'd say this, but we're going with big spiders, dude.
Ooh, I love it.
Just lock your doors.
Yeah, I lock my doors anyway. Imagine one just like tapping on your window.
Hey, did you drop this?
Are spiders also perverts and peeping toms?
Do they make proportionally? Do they make proportionally big webs? Like, are you gonna be walking through
Oh,
webs
yeah,
all
you
the
get
time?
stuck in a fucking huge spider web?
I mean, you'd have to be able to see it better, right? Like,
Yeah, you're right.
imagine that there's a house that everyone just abandoned and the whole thing is covered like a fucking
Like
fumigation
arachnophobia.
tent.
Yeah, like a cocoon.
Oh,
And they
man,
couldn't
it'd be
eat.
gnarly.
They wouldn't eat bugs anymore because that just wouldn't be enough.
Squirrels and shit.
Yeah.
Forget about chipmunks, buddy.
Wow. Would other bugs be big? That's all we have for today.
So you're going with big ass spiders.
Yeah, now you're making me regret this.
You don't want trees to scream at you, like walking down the street, just hear.
No,
Right.
because that would scare me more than no.
just
Would it
put
scare me more
headphones
than a
on.
big spider jumping
You
out?
would expect it all the time.
Yeah, we're sticking with it. Big ass
All right.
spiders. You heard it here first, folks.
I like your style. Let's say someone had a bunch of fan art of you murdering a bunch of big ass spiders with a machete and a shotgun. Where could they send that via email to, Sir Chump Slap?
Dude, that'd be fucking awesome. But send it to plottytime@gmail.com and I will read, respond, and get that tattooed on me.
100% guaranteed you will get that tattoo.
It doesn't
If you
matter
draw
what
that
it looks
picture.
like. Just draw it, please.
All right.
Just make an effort. And then Sir Chump Slap said they wanted to get to us faster on the socials about other sweet wrestling moves that make people kind of look like spiders. Where would they send that to, Dr. Scientist?
Oh, well, you asked Chump Slap. I was always confused. At Plotty Time on Instagram, Twitter, and adults only video dating.
Definitely on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Plotty time. Oh, Christ. Well, that fucking does it for us. Go, like I said, go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. Really helps us out. Plottytime.com for cool shit. And yeah, like, subscribe everywhere. We'd like to hear from you.
Peace.
Right? Talk to us.
Well, we didn't say goodbye yet. That does it for us.
He really wants to get out of here.
Play some video games. Don't trust the guy that said peace way too early, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.
Peace.